Welcome lads, it's vlog time. Vlog means we are using the camera's microphone and no fancy editing stuff, making the video being fast to produce, but not really that much lesser in information. Okay, I talk about stuff I was asked about the initial Tiger tanks and how stuff is going and when to expect the new fully edited videos. What I was asked about is the principal concept of an initial Tiger tank. What is an initial Tiger tank? And if the deck initial, don't call it deck initial, if the initial Tiger by Riffield models I did build the last time, if this can be used to build a Tiger of the Abteilung 502. These were the first guys receiving Tigers in somewhere in the end of 1942. The short answer is yes, the long answer is no. Short answer, a very initial Tiger, one of the very first 4 of them, is basically a very stripped down Tiger tank. There is nothing added to it. You can build this from every model kit that has these kind of front fenders included. The actual thing is you shouldn't, because Riffield model announced a 502 Tiger kit that will be released in my country, in Germany. I can buy it in mid-end August and I will build it. So this is a Abteilung 502 Tiger, and this is the very famous one with these Dumbo style boxes, with these boxes on the side of the turret. Riffield models announced a kit with the number 5075 featuring exactly this Tiger 100 of the Abteilung 502 Leningrad. This here is Dragon Models 6252, that's a kit from 2005 and it's obsolete. There are in total, I think, if you count the white boxes, there are 6 releases of initial production Tiger tanks, both the tropical version and the very first one done by Dragon and in respective cyber modeling. They are kind of all outperformed by RFM now price-wise, and the fact RFM includes single link tracks with Dragon, they don't. This one has magic track, I know, the magic tracks are no good. Now the only reason to buy a Tiger like the Operation Ochsenkopf, the newer release of the tropical version, of the Africa version, is they include the right type of road wheels, but still they have the S-tracks. And there are, with all these releases, are minor problems, because it is really hard to nail these down to 100%, really month per month, week per week, day per day, how these vehicles changed appearance. This Tiger makes no sense to build anymore, so I have to switch out. I have to switch it out for something else. Is not featured by RFM in particular. I built this in deep weighting configuration and one of the first 4 Tigers, or maybe the 5th, in the complete operation mode to go underwater to deep weight. There's a lot of technical information in this build. Then I didn't plan for it. The only reason to build this kit really, or to hunt for this kit, is it's the first Dragon release on a Tiger, and it's the first good one, and it has a lot of goodies in it. There's a lot of stuff added to it. You see this in the edited video. If you find yourself in the situation of having a deck initial, I would advise build it as such, because the question is with these initials, if you don't like my advice saying to wait for another kit and you want to convert it, you will have to shorten most likely these tool clamps, because the very initial they didn't account for wiring or for tow cables being attached. They have to be looked up individually what was where placed. The book where you learn about these vehicles, the 502 ones, is this one. This is Volker Ruff's take on the 502, and you see in this book, you see these vehicles change their appearance. This is, by the way, how Tiger 100 looked when it had its boxes attached. It was captured in mid-January 1943 by the Russians, disassembled, stripped down to the bolt, reassembled and put up to display, for display. And when it was put up for display, the whitewash was gone, and the whole thing looked a little bit different in detail, because they were not able to reassemble it to what this looked like. Since I have to do a few more video logs in the near future, we will talk in detail. We'll talk in detail about what to read about the Tiger, where do you actually start as a model builder when you want to dive deeper, where do you get the most value for your money. People did ask me multiple times why I switched out the road wheels on a deck initial. Yeah, don't call it deck initial. Okay, the Africa Tiger. Why did I switch this out for 3D printed road wheels? And that's quite simple. There's a difference between a early road wheel and an initial one. This is the website of the research squad. They have a book, a deep dive on a very, very, very early chassis, of course, and this chassis is representative for a representative of what I would call an initial Tiger, of course. Within their documentation there are road wheels, and here you see the difference. This is a very typical early type road wheel, like you know this from every Tiger kit out there. We have the rim, and you see this gap on the rim here, and the tire moving onto the rim. Difference between this road wheel and a later type early road wheel is there are no retention, there is no bolt retention here. The nuts can come loose. This is on basically all Tiger tank scale model kits. We have a tab here, an oval shaped tab that prevents the bolt from coming loose. This is something I still have to pick up for my 3D model. Haven't done so yet. I will update the STL files. And this is now an initial road wheel next to it. These guys were a little bit surprised. Oh, we have two styles of road wheels. That's not the case. Already Doyle was drawing a very early initial chassis within the book Germany's Tiger Tanks. That's the W to Tiger 1. In his drawings there was already a difference. It's not too new of information, it's just hidden below stuff that is actually important. Okay, side by side you see a difference in the bolt in the rim. Sorry for the glare. You see a difference in the rim, and this is what I try to pick out with my 3D design. Since I'm building now the Dragon 1 at the moment, I will update both my designs, one for Dragon models, one for RFM. They are not compatible with each other. I know this is a little bit rivet counting, but look guys, since we have 3D printing available for the price that is barely any cost to get into this, guys like Adam, guys like me are doing 3D designs at a very affordable rate. You get access to my catalog, I think I get 4 euros per patron out of it, and I think that must be below $6 US. I know they Patreon charges twice. You get charged and I get charged twice. I have said 5 euros is enough for a spare time activity. You guys can access my files there. We have to talk about tracks a little bit. If you don't listen to me not building a 502 Tiger out of a 501 Africa kit, it's fine. What you need, tracks, mirrored tracks. One is a mirror of the other, and they were only delivered in the first 20 if you read literature. If you look close to the books, you will see them only being used for a very short period of time before switching around within the company started. So some of them are running 2 sets of left hand side, some of them running 2 sets of right hand side. What I did is I took my early mock-up design. On the last build I used a set of Adam Mann's tracks. These here are beautiful ones from Adam Mann, and I used an early mock-up I designed myself. Adam and I talk a lot. about Tiger tanks and share a lot of stuff we know or maybe not know or maybe try to find out. This time what I made a difference is I used 3D printable track pins. I have the geometry now more or less right. It's not down to a 1-to-1 ratio. This is what Adam does. I design scale modeling parts, not 1-to-1 parts. These are half-size pins. I did include them in I think 5 different diameters, and one I included for ones with half length and full length. Yeah, that's just insane stuff. If you look at it, we have finally find out what's the exact pitch of a Dragon model sprocket is, so they are a perfect fit. The building experience here is even faster than going with wire joints, and wherever I have enough meat in the joint, I will go for a pin version. So I will update my panda tracks as well when we come around doing building pandas here. With we, I actually mean you as an audience and me as a content creator. I'm sorry for the we if somebody thinks there's a studio behind this whole endeavor. No, it's not, it's a one-man show. Okay, together with these I released a version of transport tracks utilizing a pin system as well, and of course a aid to make assembly relatively quick. These tend to warp a lot when they cure, so this is already gone basically. This here is obsolete. This is, by the way, how the pin prints. These are half-size pins, so you use 2 per track link, or you can print half the number and double the height. Depends mostly on how much you trust your settings. One thing I would like to address is when the next video comes out, because I already missed the slot and took a week off before. The next edited video is a product review. It will be released on Sunday next week. And an edited build video, I cannot tell when I release the next one. I'm working on them, but I work on them at effectively 0 pace, because we wanted to move. We should have been moved by now. The apartment we rented is not ready in time. There's a 16-day delay. I have exam work to do. I have to make my living as well in addition, and I have to attend university in addition. This is stuff that is important. The new place has a space that allows I have a very large room just for modeling, doing my hobby stuff and making videos. Don't get me wrong, it's a really important part of my life, and it will have its space and it will have its time. At the moment it does not have its space and it has not its time. What I will do, what I have done instead, I looked at topics we can a little bit talk about in this vlog style, having 0 production value, making it possible to make a video within 2 hours from recording to delivery instead of about 8 to 20 hours per 10 minutes. It's a huge difference, not on a video. Look, it takes time to build this stuff, of course. You're not done. I think I can sit down and do stuff again at hopefully the first week in July. Until then I will finish my projects here I'm building on, but I will not rip another box open. It's a little bit unfortunate because stuff came out I'm really interested in, like this one, the Ram Tiger. Beautiful, beautiful vehicle. Getting sidetracked. I'm sorry. A lot of what I learned in the past 2 years is going into the design of my new space. So I hope you guys stay with me. Patreons this month. For June I paused the billing cycle because I can't keep up with the updates on Patreon. What is still missing will be published during this month. I have my 3D modeling capable machine is still with me and will be with me. I continue the normal pace at July and we see where we can get. Till then, guys, happy modeling. This has taken much too long time now. See you guys soon. Have a great time.